I have a radical proposal for the Barbican. The Barbican's future should involve not changing very much. By and large, areas change quite a lot, but if you look at special types of building like Oxford and Cambridge colleges, they don't change in large parts of them where the architecture is at its most remarkable and historically important and beautiful. And the result is that academics and students at those colleges have to go to a small bathtub 3 floors away from their room through a freezing cold staircase, and they just do it. And the bursar at Trinity College, Cambridge might find it appetizing to build something underneath the Trinity Library by Christopher Wren because there's a gap there, but it would be a crazy thing to do and they wouldn't dream of proposing it because it's not all voids in buildings are there to be built into. And here too, this is an architecture of that kind of calibre, and it must be looked after. It's more internationally important and influential than almost anything earlier in British architectural history, and more internationally loved, and we have to look after it as it is.
As concerned with the preservation of this building, I don't think it should be any different to how we treat important buildings of any other period, and I certainly think some of the plans at the moment, for instance, for the expansion of the City of London Girls' School would absolutely not be countenanced if this was a building of the 19th or 18th century of this importance.
I think their priorities for the future of the Barbican are a combination of two, you'd think, conflicting things. One is to preserve it, keep it as it is architecturally, but secondly, I think it needs somebody at almost at a strategic level to think about the entire complex and how you might reinterpret it and rethink it for the next 50 years and going on maybe for another 150 years. You know, we're living at a time at the moment of incredible flux and change, we all know that. So it will take a very brave pair of hands to take on a complex set of buildings like the Barbican, but I think it needs somebody to look at it strategically, how it sits within the future of London as a whole, but also respecting those utopian, rather amazing aims from its birth, you know, in the 1950s and 1960s as well. You've got to respect that past, that heritage, but also rethink it in its entirety, I think, for the future.